What's Miraz, Black Women TV? How are you?
Hey, well, so good to see you.
But I always wonder when it comes to your character, Bilquis, does she ever let up? I figure any guy that crosses her or seems to undermine her doesn't last very long. How much more do we get from her in this coming season?
I mean, we get to see a lot coming from her, and also her vulnerability as well. But one thing that I'm very excited about, and that I really enjoyed filming, was we got to see a moment with Belquis that there was softness, there was joy, there was living in a space that wasn't rooted in a trauma. And it's to see a Black woman in a state of relaxation. I'm not the first one to say this. Rachel Cargill has said this, it's many more before me. But to see a Black woman in a state of relaxation is revolutionary. And so I really, really enjoyed being a part of that on screen. So, and as far as does she let up? Well, she has some joy, if that answers your question.
And Bruce, obviously, you're the only guy from at least from the novels whose background was upgraded because to reflecting today's technology. And it always seems like, and between you and your relationships, what are we getting with you this season?
Yeah, no, I mean, you're absolutely right in terms of the character updating with the times because he had to, and tech advancing as fast as it does, you don't really have a choice. What we get to see with the character this season is starting off in a position where he's more or less used up 8 of his 9 lives as far as his boss is concerned, and having to work very quickly to attempt to appease World. And as a result of that, putting himself in a situation that's going to lead him down a path which might be a little bit more to do with him rather than the orders he was given.
Now, because when you know the show's been renewed, do you go back and read the novels knowing where your characters are going to go, or do you just play it out and wait for how's the next season going to play out with your characters?
That's a wonderful question. And it's, you know what a sci-fi geek I am, a fantasy geek. And so I had read the book even before the audition. So for me, each time a new script comes out, it's like getting an early edition of a new part of the book. Getting to first, we had seen the house and we maybe walked down several hallways, and there were some doors that were closed or locked. Now they're opening up with each new script that comes in, and so it's a gift to be able to read the new additions as well.
Mm-hmm. And Bruce, do you know
Yes.
where the evolution of your character is going to go ahead of time, or do you just kind of wait as your scenes come up and as each time the series gets renewed?
Well, I mean, so whenever we go back for another season, just for me, really, I like to reread the book just because I like it. But in terms of seeing where the character's going to go, I mean, you touched on this briefly earlier, but because the character has evolved so much and had to change with technology as that has evolved and changed, one of the really nice things is I'm not entirely sure where my character is going to end up. I mean, I've read the book. However, who's to say what's going to happen? We don't know the journey. So the short answer is I'm always very excited whenever I get to see the scripts or talk with the writers' room. You never know. It's exciting. So it's a nice surprise usually.
Well, that's the beauty about sci-fi. You just never know where it's going to go. It's good talking to you guys. Obviously, it's going to be a long day. Keep talking and keep promoting the show. We're here to support. We'll talk down the road next season.
Thank you for everything.
Take care.